Good evening, my friends. This is Birdie, the recycled hippie chick. I got my coffee. Gosh, I wish you could see my cup. It's got a mushroom on it. I am fungus crazy. I love mushrooms. I came out tonight. My husband goes to bed early, like at the butt crack at 8:30. So I got the fire going. I got my little electric heater going here beside me on my feet. I decided to come out and see what I could do with some of my trash I've been collecting. So first of all, I have an old planner that I've taken apart, and the pages are kind of small, so I glued a couple of them together last night so I could see what would happen if I folded it in half. Yep, it'll stay. No bone folder, so I just use the back of my scissors. Okay, I've got some old drop papers that are too thick, you know, to rip out and collage because they're cardstock. So I thought I would fold them together or sew a couple of them together like I did this and fold it. Anyway, I've never done this before. So I've seen other people take trash and put it together. And then I get out here and my trash doesn't look like theirs. So we are just going to experiment tonight. One lady that I have watched actually puts them together and then sews down the center. And so that's probably what I'm going to try. So I'm probably going to not put too many together. And ooh, look at that. That's a little pocket that we could put a tag in at another time. Here is a envelope. I don't know quite what I want to do. You know, the size and everything kind of throws my anal brain off. So I don't know how many of these I can put together at a time. There might have to be more than one signature because I'm not sure how many I can sew through. So I might just try this and stop at that. This is a coffee filter that I sprayed, and you probably can't see it, but it's got really cute glittery spray on it. Then I just stamped a bunch of butterflies together. I did a whole stack of old coffee filters the other day, and I will probably put that on. One thing I did, I think maybe it was decoupaging my tags. I took all these types of things and decoupaged some coffee filters on them to make tags out of. And I sat out here and decoupaged for 30 minutes and did nothing but whine. I mean, I griped and complained about all my ailments and everything that's going on with me for 30 minutes. So I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not sure I can post this because I'm not sure everybody wants to listen to me whine. So, I am sorry. My coffee went down the wrong pipe and I thought I was going to choke to death. Anyway, I didn't think you guys wanted to listen to me whine, so I'm not sure I will post that one. Although, part of the reason I'm doing this is for therapy. So I guess part of my therapy is talking to myself to a camera and getting it all out of my system. So, I don't know. Jury's still out on that. Let me know if you want to hear me whine. If you do, I'll let you watch me decoupage tags with coffee filters. If you don't want to hear me whine, don't comment at all, and I'll just leave it out. How's that? I'm going to take these to the sewing machine, and then we shall return. Okay, I got this signature done. One thing I did learn is it's very hard to hold everything together while you sew it, so I'm going to have to do a little more research on YouTube and see how everybody holds all these in place, because you know they're all different levels here. And then I also did not get my coffee filter in quick enough, so I'll probably trim this off at the bottom. But I did notice if you're going to have envelopes where you want to tuck, you know, tags or something in, you want to make sure they're all heading in the same direction, you know, in the up direction, okay? I knew I wanted this January tab to be at the top and my Raggedies at the bottom, so I had to make sure my envelopes were pointing in the right direction. Okay, so there is signature 1 down. How cool is that? And it's sewed pretty well. I mean, I'm not saying it's a great job, but it's a done job, and I think it'll hold all right. Especially once we get our, once we get our signatures in, we'll run some string through them or sew them or whatever we do, and that will hold them. I do like these day planner pages to put in here because I like these ruffledy edges up here. So, I'm just going to lay this flat. That way I won't be worrying if the folds all match up. So that's what I'm going to do with that paper. It's one of my painted papers. Let's see, I just got this one in the mail today. This one looks fun. That one in there, and there's a tri-fold one. That'll be cool with a little second fold out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That probably ought to do me, right? But I am wanting to put some music pages in so that it's not just all junk mail. We got a cute page here and there, right? Got Snow White going on here, which I think this is adorable. I'll probably use it for something down the road. Okay, to the sewing machine we go. Okay, signature 2 down. Now, I think I have this backwards. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try to fold this in half because not all these pages were folded in half, so I don't know. This may not turn out to be. After all, it is a trashy junk journal, right? So I guess I have to tell my brain it's okay if things are not perfectly lined up. It's okay. Let's see how everything turned out. The card obviously did not get centered right, but I'm going to be okay with that. My little painted paper. My sheet music. All right, let's see what that card looks like over here. This one here did not get lined up right. Good grief, what did I do? Just flat go cockeyed? You can really see it over here. Here's my card. Oh dear. But that's okay. It's okay. We're going to go with the flow. Once we get stuff collaged on there and stuff, you probably won't even notice it, right? Okay. There's those two. Yeah. We will take these 2 signatures, put them together. I'm thinking about trying the cardboard box thing like they do. This will be too small. I'll have to find a bigger cardboard box for the cover, because I think they leave this for the spine, and I think that's way too fat. I don't want a journal that big. I really just want to try my first one this skinny. So let me do some more YouTube research or find some other way that I want to do the cover, and we will continue on. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use this great big office envelope as my cover. Okay, I have 2 signatures made. I've got the signature sewn together, and I didn't know how to bind. So I went to my go-to girl, Shannon Green, to see how she binds hers. Now, Shannon did not have her signature sewn together, which actually I think might be a little easier that I have them sewn together. She went ahead and poked her holes, 2, 2, 2, 6 holes, 1 line of 6 for each signature. I'm going to be a rebel and not do that. I'm going to just poke them as I go along. I'm going to poke mine in here, and she went through and had like an ice pick looking thing to poke her holes, in which I do not have. So I'm going to use my crocodile. So I'm going to go through and use my smallest setting and poke 6 holes in my crocodile. Now, something she said that's good to have is at least 2 laced holes in each, you know, like envelope or whatever you have in there, obviously, to hold them in which I have already sewn mine. Can't really do that, so we're just going to hope that we have 2 in each one. So I'm going to go just to the left of my, or right, whichever you wish, you're the artist, of my sewing line, and I'm going to poke a hole. And I'm going to do that 6 times. I'm kind of just starting off center. Did she do 6 or 8? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, I'm going to do 6. Because I want to end up on the where I started, like she did on the outside. I don't know that I went clear through on this one. It didn't feel like it. There we go. Sorry if I'm a little noisy. Or vibrating. And these are totally... Does it matter? Yes, it does matter. If I do 2 more, I'm going to go ahead and do 8, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go ahead and do 8 because my paper's longer. Okay, so let's get our envelope for our first signature. And let's see what kind of damage we can do here. I've got, I don't know what kind of thread she was using, but I'm going to use what I have, and I'm going to use the whole dang long thing because I don't know how much I need. So, of course, she clamped hers together and everything, and that would probably be smart. You know what? Let me go get a clamp. Let me not be that much of a rebel. Okay, let me just say that if you guys want to know how this is done properly or whatever, probably by someone who has probably put 100 of these together, then go look up Shannon Green and see how she did hers, because this is my first time and I'm just taking you guys along with me. She started on the outside and came up through her first hole. So I am just going to hope that I have it right. And she also left a tail out there on this other side because she is going to, because she ties it at the end. I don't know what the mathematical portion of this is, seeing how much string you're going to need. We're just playing, right? There we go. See? This might just work. Because I can kind of see it when I run my needle over where the hole is. to poke it up through. It's just an envelope. It's not like it's cardboard or something. If it was cardboard, then I'd probably have to get one of those pokey things. But it's not. It's just an old envelope. It was funny because I found this envelope and thought, what the heck? I think I'm just going to try this envelope for my first one. And then when I went to look up how to bind a junk mail journal, Shannon just happened to be using an envelope. So hey, how cool is that? Must have been reading her mind. I'm not seeing where this one is. You know what I could do? I could go in, now that I've got these clamped together. I have got you guys wobbling all over. My tripod is so wobbly. And I'll just go ahead and poke on down. Oh my gosh, how brilliant am I? Wasn't that a smart idea? To go ahead and poke on down through, now that I've got them clipped together. There we go. Okay. Now, where am I at? I'm coming up through the bottom. And I know some of you are probably saying, for what the heck reason would we need to make a journal out of our junk mail? Well, if you're like me and have that illness of every time you see trash or junk or something, thinking somebody wasted so much money putting this together, there's got to be a use for it, then this is my answer. I love paper. I love knowing that I'm doing something with it. The trash that I'm throwing away or burning or whatever. And I want to practice some of my techniques. And I don't want to waste paper that I've bought from the store. So why not use the junk mail to practice in? And if it turns out pretty, cool. You've got some nifty little thing. Okay, if it doesn't, you can pitch it. All right, now notice how both of my things have ended up on the outside. That's how I'm hoping at the end of this that I have two strings down here that I can tie together. So I'm going to go back through. Let's see, how do I show you this? I'm going to go back through on the other side here and poke more holes. And then I'm going to slide my next journal in, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay? So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come back. Okay. I got all the holes poked, and I'm back to sewing again. So you might as well be tortured right along with me. If somebody tells you they enjoy doing this, oh my gosh, then let me know, because I'm going to send all my junk to them to be bound. Nothing relaxing about this. I had to unsew it already once to untie a knot that I had in the string. Maybe after I see my finished product, it'll bring me great joy. Taking off these dang clips. I keep getting my string hung up on them. I have no idea what kind of string this is. I'm just using whatever I could find laying over there on my jewelry bench. Now, let's see if everything is lined up the way we need to tie it together. Pull that nice and tight. Yes. Okay. So, I'm going to cut my string down here kind of long because I am going to, after we tie this together, got it tied, I'm going to tie this together, and then we will, at the end of this whole excursion, we will tie some dingle dangles on the end of these strings. Oh geez. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if the strings end up at the top or the bottom. Dingle dangles will look good no matter where they're at. Let's see where they ended up, top or bottom. Just for grins and giggles. They ended up at the top. So that'll be okay. We can have dingle dangles hanging down over here. So there you have it, you guys. We just put together a junk mail journal. So now we can go through here, we can Mod Podge, we can gesso, we can paint, we can collage, we can do whatever we want on these pages. And boy, do we have quite a few pages to do it on. And then we'll have ourselves a cute little journal. So I'm excited to see where we come in this deal. And at the end, look, we have a little pocket. We can put something cool in there. So there you go, guys. Look what we accomplished together. What shall we call this? Our junk mail journal. Duh. So in the title of this one, I will put together, I will make it, you know, something with the word junk mail journal in it. And then every time I work on a page in here, we'll call it our junk mail journal. And I'll do only one at a time so you'll know. Maybe like Nani's book, I'll say junk mail journal, part 1, part 2, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that way we can do it together. All right? So, thanks for hanging with me tonight. Bye-bye.